Hello and thank you for taking time to view this tutorial. Today we will be looking at using discretionary access control in either Windows Vista or Windows 7. Using the discretionary access control features in Windows Vista or Windows 7. I'm using Windows 7 in this example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first create a new file. So I can just right click on the desktop, say new text document, and I'll say this is sample.txt, and then let's go ahead and throw some text in here to give us something to look at when we actually try to open and view this information later. So there's some information in there. So my file's here, right here in the middle of the desktop. If I open it right now, no problem, I can open it. I can make changes. And I can save those changes. So what we want to do is we want to look at the permissions. What can I do to that to allow some users to not be able to do anything or not to be able to read, and then allow or share this file with others. So what I'm going to do is right click on sample file and then go to the properties. Move this up here so you can see it. Okay, and so if you notice, these are built-in accounts here. What I want to do is I want to test out some functions. I want to edit properties, and although I was highlighted on my user account in the previous slide, be careful here, you can throw yourself off a little bit if you think you're still on your user account. It does move back up to the top one. So anyhow, I click on the user account that I want to edit the permissions for, and the permissions are cumulative, meaning the most all your permissions combine except for the deny. If I have deny and allow, the deny always overwrites any allows. So you really want to use the deny permissions very sparingly when you're setting up permissions in a real world scenario. But for this, to give us an example of what happens, we'll go ahead and do this. Okay, so I hit deny, apply those changes. I'll have a warning that pops up and it says pretty much what I've just said a moment ago. If a user is a member of two groups, one that is allowed permission and the other that is denied the same permission, then the deny takes precedence. So deny always overrides the allow. I'm going to say yes, I do want to continue. So continue there, and we'll hit OK. And let's see. Okay, now what I'm going to try to do, now that I've denied myself permission to this file, I'm going to try to open it because maybe I want to access it or maybe I just want to read it. But after we set up permissions so that I'm not allowed to. So let's see what happens when I try to double click the file. I can't read any of the text in the file, and I get an access is denied error. So what we can do now, since I didn't completely block myself from doing anything with the file, I can go back into this file's properties, right click, go to properties, and go to security. And what I want to do now is I could either edit the permissions and remove that if I wanted to, or what I can do is add another user. Let's see. Oh, in the example that I'm helping you through, actually we're going to right click and say share, and we're going to say specific people. Okay, so there's only a few choices in here. Let's see, I have another account on my computer that we'll look at real quick. So I have an account called Print that's on my computer, and I'll use that for my test in this scenario here. So I want to add Print, let's see, and I want them to be able to read and write. Share. So I've added that permission for that user. I can go in here, right click properties, and I can check those permissions in here, just the same place that I did previously. So right now I'm still logged in as JM Yerby, my normal login, and if I try to open this file, I've denied myself access. So what we want to do now is we want to log out of my user account, and we're going to log into the print user account. So that'll take just a moment here. Okay, so I'm logged in. Okay, so now I'm logged in as the user print, and we want to navigate to that file that we were looking at earlier. Maybe we can get to it. So I'm going to navigate to that file, hopefully. And the name of that file was sample. So I should be able to click this file, and ta-da, I can edit it, I can open it, I can do whatever I want to do. If you remember, when we were logged in with the original name, we weren't able to do anything with the file. So now I can save new information and delete something I didn't want to, do whatever I want to do with the file now. So hit save, do that, and I'm able to pretty much do whatever I want to with the file. So that's the whole thing with the discretionary access control, and you should be able to go through that whether you're using Windows Vista or Windows 7. So hope you found this usable, helpful, and have a great night. Thank you.